Howdy, Big Spring. This is Mayor Shannon Thomason. It's Monday, April 6th, 2020, and it's time for another COVID-19 update for the city of Big Spring. As of today in Big Spring, Howard County, there are no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Big Spring and Howard County. Testing-wise, here in Big Spring, there have been 60 total tests done. 55 of those have come back negative. And we're still waiting on the results of 5 tests to come back. Statewide, as of today, there have been a total of 85,357 total tests given in the state of Texas. Out of those, 7,276 tests have come back positive. That's 7,276 cases of COVID-19 in the state of Texas. And out of those, there have been 140 fatalities. As always, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families and friends and loved ones of the folks that have lost their lives to this virus. Today, I thought I would bring in one of our emergency management team members, Big Spring Fire Chief Craig Ferguson, to talk to us a little bit and let the citizens know what he has been doing as far as helping to manage COVID-19. Actually, Chief Ferguson is the team lead on our COVID-19 efforts. So, Chief Ferguson, if you would, tell us a little bit about what the city's been doing.
Well, thanks for having me, Mayor. Appreciate the time. The city's been really proactive and been very busy with COVID-19 for about the past 6 weeks or so. It first came on our radar back at the beginning of February. And then once we first started getting our cases here in the United States, we started looking at things and what we needed to do. A lot of that has included employee education on proper hygiene, washing your hands, don't touch your face, cover your cough, social distancing, stay at home if you're sick. So we've been really busy educating our employees and in turn the public. It's important that the public practice these things also. If you need to go to Walmart, one family member at a time, go to our local grocery stores, pick up the groceries you need for the family, and then turn around and go home. That limits the amount of exposure that, we have around the community, and it limits the amount of exposure to your family. So that's one of the public education things that we've been trying to put out there via social media, your messages 3 times a week like this. So it's really important that our citizens understand how serious this is. That's why you're seeing us constantly. Again, my role is to make sure that the city is prepared as best we can be. This is a new challenge for emergency management here in Big Spring. The team has done very well, from you, me, the police department, the hospital, all the city employees have done their part to try to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Like I said, a lot of the education we do is for employees. I've gone to each department within the city, and that's here at City Hall, over purchasing, the water department, the police department, the courthouse, doing education and explaining about COVID-19 and what makes it different from other viruses that we may catch, such as the flu or a cold virus. This is different because there's so many unknowns. The spread is a little bit more contagious, actually a lot more contagious than what the flu is. That's why it's so important that we practice washing our hands and covering our cough and stay at home while we're sick. But anyway, that's been my main function. Within the fire department, we've done a lot of employee education. This is something that our firefighters and EMTs have taken in stride. They have prepared very well for it. They have all the proper PPE. They do use the proper PPE. So when they show up at your home, if you call for an emergency, we ask that you give the dispatcher the proper symptoms and signs that you may be displaying. If you have fever, if you have shortness of breath, if you have flu or cold-like symptoms, please tell the dispatcher, what you are displaying and why you need an emergency vehicle there. That way, the firefighters and EMTs can respond appropriately. They can show up in the proper PPE in order to protect you, your family, your neighbors, and themselves from any kind of cross-contamination that may happen. So it's very important that you let the dispatchers know, and when my guys arrive, that you tell them exactly what's going on and how sick you are and how long you've been sick, so that we can get a proper response.
Well, and Chief, I think you know, but I'll certainly say it again, how appreciative of myself and our fellow citizens of Big Spring are to you and your staff. They are our frontline folks with respect to COVID-19, along with our hospital folks, our healthcare workers. But we thank you very much. We appreciate y'all being out there for us. One thing the chief was mentioning earlier is anytime you see any of his firefighters out in public now, or his EMTs, they'll be wearing masks. That's a new policy that's come down, that the firefighters are going to be taking some extra steps to protect themselves, and that's also a recommendation that's coming down from the White House now. So even a bandana will help protect you, give you some protection. It might not give you the protection that an N95 mask would, but you know, anything helps.
Yes, that's for sure.
As always, we want to encourage our citizens and businesses to take steps to help minimize contact between folks so as to prevent the spread of the virus. I want to give a special recognition to our local grocery chains, Walmart, H-E-B, and Porter's. They've all voluntarily put in place social distancing policies. They're only letting so many people into the stores now, and that's all about keeping people separate and safe and helping to stop the spread of this virus. One other item I'd like to announce is that I have today signed the order setting our city election, postponing that to the November election. So you'll be voting on city council districts 1 and 3 on the same ballot as the presidential election in November. And that was a hard decision for me because I'm a firm believer. I hate to postpone elections, but in this situation, I do agree that it's probably for the best for the community. So all of that being said, again, I thank you for taking the time to watch this video, watch this update. Chief, appreciate you being here and filling us in.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. We'll be having you back.
Anytime.
But you folks, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. Practice social distancing. Stay at home if you possibly can. Work from home if you can. Do not travel unless it is absolutely life-threatening. Unless it is absolutely essential for you to get out of the house and travel. That's how we're going to beat this thing, is by keeping social distance, staying away from places where they have community spread of the virus, and just making good health choices. So as always, take care. God bless. God bless Big Spring.